It's Patrick Hutzel from intensivecare.hotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. Today, I actually want to quote a blog post from one of our associates, Professor Thaddeus Mason-Pope, who is an expert on end-of-life law and policy in Minnesota in the US. And as a matter of fact, I've had Professor Pope on my podcast here on a couple of occasions. So big shout out to Professor Pope. Now, today I want to actually read out a case from his blog, which you will find at Medical Futility blog. I'll post a link to his blog below this video. I just want to read out a case that he published on his post, which I think is highly relevant to our audience here at intensivecare.hotline.com. It's highly relevant to our clients and followers, and you will see in a minute why. So the headline is Non-Consensual Withdrawal of Life Support. Supreme Court upholds $5 million verdict. In 2016, Lillian Bird suffered complications following surgery. She had pneumonia and sepsis and was placed on life support in the ICU at Salt Lake Regional Medical Center. Bird's clinicians determined that she was very likely to survive with a good recovery. Yet, when discussing a treatment plan with Bird's family, clinicians instead represented that her condition was terminal and that treatment was unnaturally prolonging her life. Erroneously understanding that their mother had a negative prognosis, Bird's children consented to withdrawing life support. They later sued for medical malpractice, alleging the physicians both, number one, failed to properly inform them that their mother had a high likelihood of recovery, and number two, failed to dissuade them from withdrawing care. In September 2021, the jury returned a $5 million verdict for the family. The trial court reduced that to $4.45 million to comply with a state cap on non-economic damages. This week, the state Supreme Court upheld $4 million of the verdict, ruling there was insufficient evidence for one of the family's theories, from Thaddeus Mason-Pope on February the 17th, 2024. So why is this relevant? I mean, we are seeing this over and over again. You know, ICU teams are negative without any reason. They're just negative because they're trying to manage their downside. What's their downside? Their downside is that they say, look, you know, we look after your mom, your dad, your spouse, sibling, whatever, in ICU for the next 5 days, and then they will leave ICU alive. And if that's not going to happen, then you could sue them. And that's why they're always negative. And that's why you need a second opinion from day one. That's why you need consulting and advocacy from day one. The biggest challenge for families in intensive care is simply that they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know their rights, and they don't know how to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care. And this is a classical example for what we've been preaching here for over 10 years, that, you know, you are in a once-in-a-lifetime situation that you cannot afford to get wrong. Perfect example here, that, you know, this was a once-in-a-lifetime example, and the family got it terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. ICUs do what they do. Don't blame them. You need to take responsibility. ICUs do what they do. There's enough content here at intensivecare.hotline.com that explain to you what ICUs do. You just need to listen to it, and you just need to listen, you know, to a second opinion. You need to listen to someone who's worked in the industry. I've worked in intensive care for nearly 25 years in 3 different countries, where I also worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years. I have been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care all over the world since 2013 here at intensivecare.hotline.com. And I can say without any hint of exaggeration that we have saved lives with intensivecare.hotline.com consulting and advocacy. You can have a look at our testimonial section or at our podcast, where we have done interviews with clients who verify that we have saved their loved one's life with our advocacy, insights, and consulting. Because of that, we have created a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care that you can become a member of when you go to intensivecare.hotline.com, click on the membership link, or go to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team, and we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also have access to 21 ebooks and 21 videos just for our members as a thank you. And with those videos and ebooks, most of your questions will be answered. But of course, I'm here and my team is here for you as well. I also offer one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. And I talk to you and your families directly. Of course, I talk to doctors and nurses directly, and I change the dynamics for you very, very quickly. In this situation that I just read out, where with the non-consensual withdrawal of life support, I would have educated you from day one that you don't need to listen to the negativity of the intensive care team, but that, you need to look at medical records, ask the right questions, and get a second opinion, right? This would not have happened if the family would have gotten a second opinion very clearly. The goal is always for you to make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence. And clearly in this situation, the family did anything but, was an uninformed decision, and it cost their loved one their life. It's terrible, right? And once again, ICUs just do what they do. There are businesses at the end of the day, and you have to take responsibility for your own actions and how much research you're doing. We also offer medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams. Imagine I would have been in a family meeting with in this particular situation. I could have educated the family very, very easily in front of the intensive care team. We also offer medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are simply suspecting medical negligence. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. Now, if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell. Comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.